Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back to another energy reading for the week of September 13th, 2021. Hello, how is everyone doing? I know last week was a holiday for everyone, well, Monday was, and so I took the day and I stayed home with my family and we had some fun just kind of doing our thing around the house, and really gave me a chance to kind of tune in to what I need to tune into, to ask my guides, what are the energies asking of us, right? And a lot of last week and the weeks going forward, what really came up was grounding. Big time, big time. Because here's the thing. We are in the quickening phase of the evolution, of ascension, of awakening, of this phase of expansion of evolution on planet Earth. Lots of crazy stuff is going on right now. So I want to know from you, how was your last week? How were things for you? And how are things going this week? And what are you looking towards? What are you working towards? What are your goals? What are you looking forward to? Really, it's tuning into those kind of things is what really solidifies it into your reality, into your life, right? So it's really important to really tune into what's important to you, to keep that in the forefront of your mind so that you can stay focused, stay on track, right? So the message from my guides that has been coming in very loud and very strong was, let's see, there's a few things in this, there's a few layers in it. It all comes back to vibrational state, to the frequency at which you vibrate at. And all vibration really is your emotional state, right? So that being said, if that's the message that's coming through this week, what do you think we're working on? Yay. But that's the thing too. It made me kind of think, and it made me kind of wonder, what really is the most important thing in my life right now? And I had to ask myself that, because a lot of the times I find as an empath, I don't want to deal with my emotions half the time. I don't want to look at them. It's hard. It's daunting. It can be at times, right? But it's only in the avoidance is what's perpetuating it, right? When you avoid something, it's like it comes in stronger and faster, right? So I want to know from you, let's rephrase this. How important is your vibrational state to you? I'll take this one step further. How important is your emotional state to you? On your priorities list, how high up is managing your emotions? To be honest, for me, for a long time, it was at the very bottom. It was the last thing I wanted to do, right? But stepping out onto the awakening journey, stepping out onto this path of self-discovery and all this expansion and loveliness, it's being called to the forefront. Because here's the thing. Now, I'm going to read you something, a post that I share quite frequently because this resonates very deeply with me. And I want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how deeply does this next phrase, I would call it a phrase, resonate with you? So on a scale of 1 to 10, put it in the comments. Let me know how deeply this resonates with you. It says, the universe responds to your frequency only. It doesn't recognize your personal desires, wants, or needs. It only understands the frequency in which you are vibrating at. So go ahead, put it in the comments, scale of 1 to 10. How much does that sit with you? How well on the belief scale do you believe that is true? Because what I have found out over the many years that I have been putting my attention and focus into my own healing, into my own growth, it all comes back to vibrational state, your emotional state, right? So that's something that is really kind of coming to the forefront only because there's things that we need to clear. There's things that we need to kind of pay attention to, right? And if you want to move forward in your journey, if you want to move forward in anything, you have to address what's going on internally, right? So that is what's being called forward this week. So I'm going to turn to the cards, and we are going to see what comes out of that. See what messages from our guides. I'm going to tap into the guides of our highest truth, love, and compassion to step forward now, to bring forward the messages that we need to hear this week, specifically this week. I feel that there's some things that are bubbling up that need to be addressed, right? And I just randomly grabbed my Starseed Oracle deck. So let's tune into these cards and see what messages come forward. All right, first we'll just pull one card. Whoop. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so the first card that came out was baby steps. That is what we need to do with tuning into our frequency, tuning into our emotions, kind of finding out where we're sitting and where we want to be. Is that aligned? Is that in alignment with where you want to go? And if it's not, why are you sitting there? What purpose is that serving? How is it working for you, right? You got to look at that. And then once you realize when you want to go, you can't jump and leap. Those come in after. When you start your journey, it's all about baby steps. It says action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Because here's the thing, your path, there's going to be many paths lined up for you, but the only thing about all of these paths, all of these different timelines, these different opportunities that are going to lay out for you at any time that you're tuning into these timelines, what's happening is these timelines are feeding off of the emotional frequency state that you are in right now. So if you move forward into a timeline, into an opportunity, into wherever you're going on this branch of movement forward, I guess you could say, when you do that, it's going to be in the same vibrational state that you are in when you created that timeline, when you created that opportunity, right? So you got to be really mindful when you're taking steps. Are you taking steps from the same vibration that created the desire to escape from where you're at? Or did you raise your vibration and then take steps, right? That is so key. That is so key, because that's why things have not been working out for you. If you have decided in the moment you don't want anything that's happening around you right now, and you want something to save you from where you are, what's going to happen is whatever idea, whatever timeline that you've created from that state, vibrational state, is what you're going to be moving into. It's going to be a different scenario, but it's going to hold the same vibration. So what is so important about this is to know and understand that your emotional state is the most important thing that you need to pay attention to. Everything else is what is the word I'm trying to find? It's just like an essence of what you're feeling. It's that place where everything grows from, right? So if you're in a bad mood and you decide you want to get out of the bad mood, and if you raise your vibration and then take steps out, you're going to end up to love your scenarios a lot better, right? I hope this is all making sense. I hope that this is clicking, right? I hope I'm not mumbo jumbling it up. I feel like I could be, but the most important thing is taking those baby steps to manage your emotion, manage your frequency, because the only thing that is completely real in this entire reality is your emotional vibrational state. That's it. Everything else plays off of that. Law of attraction is based on your vibrational state, right? So whatever you're vibrating at is what you're attracting. That's what I just read, that statement, right? The universe doesn't respond to anything other than your frequency. It doesn't know your wants, your desires. All of those wants and desires all hold a frequency. They all hold emotions in it. Whatever the emotions that they hold is what you're bringing in, right? So taking baby steps to move up the emotional scale, the emotional vibrational ladder, right? That is what's going to move you forward. That is going to get you out of where you are and in a more sustainable way. That's key, right? Interesting. Taking baby steps. It all starts with that one little step. What is that one little step that you can take this week to start moving you more closer to what you want? I want you to start thinking about that and maybe tuning into what your vibrational state is and what do you want to get out of it? There's so many big questions, so many things. Okay, so I have another card that popped out and I want to share this with you too. So it says double mission. How many of you here feel that you're not sure about your purpose because you feel like there's a couple of different things going on? So it's hard for you to focus and it's hard for you to choose it or decide on what you want to do or where you want to proceed, right? Because we have a double mission. We are here to grow and to expand as humans, as souls, but we're also here to raise the vibration of the planet and those around us, right? To help those, we're basically putting out our hand to the next person behind us and saying, hey, I can help you up. Do you want help? Right? And that's all it really takes is we are here. It says, the card itself, it says light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you, right? Serve the world by being you. So you're here to clear karma. You're here to break ancestral ties, right? This is a big lifetime that we're in right now. Like this lifetime that we are in is a lot going on. And everyone that signed up for Earth at this time is a very brave soul. I give you kudos for signing up for this mission because it is not an easy one. And that's the thing is knowing that we signed up for this, knowing that this is something that we all wanted to do. We wanted to all help and ascend this planet and everybody on it, right? That's a daunting task. It can be if you put too much pressure on yourself. So just knowing that it's a brave thing for you to do and that you don't have to try to do anything. You just be you. Tune into your vibrational state. Make your emotional state the most important thing in your life. And raising that vibration. Learning the lessons, looking in, seeing what's there, seeing what it's trying to show you. What are you trying to learn? How are you trying to grow? How is life asking you to respond? That's it. How is life asking you to respond? Because a lot of the times as empaths, I'm guilty of this. I like to react unconsciously, react emotionally. And then I get kick myself in the butt later because I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't do that, right? So it's basically tuning into what's going on for you. Hi, Trinity. Thanks so much for coming on. We are talking all about vibration, emotional state, and energy. Raising the vibration, right? Keeping it real, being where we are, right? Because that's the most important thing is knowing that vibration is the only thing that is real. Everything else is an illusion. Oh, once you get to that point of realization and understanding that is so true, you can use that to your advantage. Once you understand that, you unblock your crown chakra, which, by the way, is only blocked because you're attached to material things. Ooh. Earthly attachments. It's interesting because when I first heard that, I was like, I can't let go of my family. I can't let go of my loved ones. I can't let go of my life. How could I possibly do that? What are you asking me to do, right? Like, it was a very scary thing to realize that in order to unblock your crown chakra, in order to connect to that oneness, that universal sound mind, you have to let go of everything. Now, that doesn't mean that all of these things are going to fall out of your life. It doesn't mean you're going to lose your loved ones. It doesn't mean that you're going to walk away from who you are. All that means is that you would be okay no matter what. If everything was to end tomorrow, you would be okay. That's it, right? So it's just tuning into being okay with whatever. That is important. Okay, so I want to know, I'm going to ask from our highest guides of the highest truth, love, and compassion. I'm also going to ask Christ consciousness to come in to vibrate into this area as well. Anyone who's watching this video is going to be touched by that essence, is going to be touched by Christ consciousness, because that is something that I'm just feeling this right now. This is amazing. Okay, just give me a second. I call in the Christ consciousness so that you can embody that. Feel what it is like to have that unconditional love no matter what, to open your heart so wide that everyone around you can feel it. It's palatable, right? I ask that for you. I ask that for you today and this week and this moment going forward, because that is the activations that we need this week, right? Okay, I'm gonna cry. Okay, and so now I'm bringing out my sacred geometry deck. I'm asking for Christ consciousness, our highest guides, to tell us what energy do we need to activate within our bodies to help us move forward, to help us deal with that emotional state, to raise our vibration enough to not let the negativity touch you, to walk into a room, to be that empath, to walk into a room full of narcissists and have nothing but love for them. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that you would be so full of love, so full of compassion, so full of this essence that nothing could touch you, that you only see their pain, their hurt, and you understand why they are acting that way, why they have reacted instead of responded, right? That is so important. Whew, I'm getting chills. Okay, let's get this card. Guess what came out? What is full of compassion? What is full of nurturing, loving energy? The divine feminine. That's what we need to embody. That's what we need to activate in ourselves, in our entire body. Divine feminine. What does divine feminine mean to you? That's interesting. I want you to kind of think about what divine feminine means. What does it feel like when you think of a divine feminine? That's like a goddess, right? That somebody that can embody this love, this compassion, this seeing through all of the pain that you're trying to project onto others, right? It's knowing what you're really holding inside. So it says the frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all creations. Right? Divine feminine. Yes, Trinity. Yes, yes. Oh my God. Right? So I want you to take a snapshot of this with your mind. This sacred geometry symbol holds the vibration of divine feminine. This is what's going to allow you to look at those emotions, to look and tune into those vibrations and be honest with yourself and be real. And once you can do that, you're gonna free yourself. You're gonna feel a lot better. I can tell you that. Okay, I'm gonna pull out one more card and we are going to find our animal totem for the week. I always love tuning into the animal totem. I've been noticing though that it's been kind of repeating the same messages. So I'm gonna see if maybe this week we can break free from the work that we've been doing over the past couple weeks. I feel like there was a big shift last week. I don't know about you guys. If you're here watching live or the replay, let me know. Did you feel a shift over the past week, over the past 7 days specifically? I feel, me personally, I did feel a big shift happen. And it's about tuning into those shifts, acknowledging them, because that's what makes them real, right? So it's just basically tuning into that, acknowledging it and bringing it forward into your reality, into where you are, and embodying what your highest version of yourself is, right? Allowing that to come in. Okay, So let me pull out, these cards are all mumbo jumbled. My daughter likes to play with them. Here we go. Okay. The card that fell out was dog. Was a puppy dog. It says, be disciplined in your home and your community life. Be disciplined. So discipline this week, meaning being disciplined about paying attention to your vibrations, which means if you're really looking at your vibrations, what that means is your emotions. Your emotions dictates your vibration, and your vibration dictates what you bring into you, right? So what are you tuning into? What is it? What discipline do you have to create for yourself in order to remember to do that on a consistent basis, right? That's the only way you're gonna ever make changes. So I'm gonna just open the book here, and we're gonna pull out dog and see what the guidance is of the dog. Okay, it says, when you receive this card, you are invited to look at the structure of your family life, friendships, including those of work colleagues. Are you loyal to each other? Do you respect one another? Do you all relate to one another for the highest good? Are you disciplined or chaotic in your lifestyle? Your family reflects you. So are you loyal to yourself? Are you loyal to your family? Do you respect yourself? Do you make choices for your highest good? Is that important to you? You are being reminded that your spiritual discipline is the foundation of your true happiness and joy. It is the keystone to your ascension. The dog wants you to know that when you consistently practice your spiritual techniques, you can be adaptable. Your spiritual techniques are going to make you courageous. If I could speak, we'd be better. And develop a sense of adventure and fun. Because dogs are playful, right? And that's the thing. I think we have a lot to learn from a dog. They don't care a whole lot. If you yell at them, they won't think about that tomorrow. They don't hold grudges, right? How many grudges are you carrying with you right now? There's probably a suitcase back there that you've been carrying around that you've been weighed down by, and you don't even realize because you've been carrying it so long that it's just become a part of you. What if you were to put that down? What if you were just to leave that behind? What would that change for you? How would that feel to put down all of your past grudges? Oh, and allow more fun and adventure into your life. It says your entire life can expand based on this solid foundation, as self-control confers safety. That's important. Self-control confers safety. You then can walk forward in joy and bliss. And that is what I hope for you. That is what I wish, that is what I call in, is that you can finally feel that true expression of happiness and joy in your life and not feel like it's being forced and it's not being fake. It's genuine, it's organic, it just flows up from you. And that's what the Christ consciousness is going to activate within you this week. So I'm going to ask for the light codes to be then activated. For those of you that wish to have these activated, you do not need to say yes to this. You are not required to do anything that you don't choose to do, right? I am asking this for you, but it's up to you to accept it. So if you accept all of this love, all of this inspiration, this Christ consciousness, this energies, these activations, these light codes, put I accept in the comments. I accept. Let me know. Is this something that you're taking in? Is this something that you're resonating with? Is this something that you're connected to? Is this helping you? I want to know. Put it in the comments. I accept. Okay, well, that is the reading for this week. Big things are happening, big monumental shifts and changes, which is so exciting. And it's just another layer in our ascension. It's another layer of our human evolution, right? It's another place where we can be grounded into for just a little bit because the acceleration is happening. That incline of energy is coming in, and it's coming in hot. So be prepared, and all preparation, I can't even talk. All preparation really requires of you is to tune in and be honest with yourself and be okay with thinking a real thought or feeling a real feeling and allowing that to not sweep you away, but hold your ground within that emotion and understand what it's trying to show you. Right? And if you need help with this, I'll be more than happy to set up a consultation. We can talk about how we can work together. All right. Well, I send you so much love and so much light, and I will look forward to seeing you again very soon. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye.